Uh, Hi, decided to make a video. This video is gonna be about water and particularly memory of water. Everything which is alive, life is water. So since 2017, when I did experiment on myself and I took myself off water for 4 days, and after that I introduced water back to my system, uh, I figure out that water is extremely important, because after depriving myself of water for 4 days, I was not able to consume any water what I was able to buy at a store, including distilled water. I could not consume tap water. I could not consume any water, and it was giving me like almost gag reflex, and I was almost feeling like I'm dying. I just like I drink a few sips and I was throwing up the water what I was getting, and I bought some expensive water. I bought some distilled water. I bought all kind of brands of water just to get myself back to start drinking water. What helped me at that moment, I just decided to get watermelon, and the water from watermelon was actually consumable. The next step I did, I pretty much went to the creek. I got water from the creek. I filtered it, and I was able to drink that water without problems also. So that made me think that something about the water what been sold to people and tap water is extremely, it's it's made like anti-life. Water we consuming is just, it's against the life, period. uh, this thing on my screen, it's pretty much I made a video a few days ago about treatment of COVID, and it's been removed. So if you're interested why it's been removed, I would recommend you to watch one of my playlists. I'm gonna put link to the playlists in the comments to this video. It's pretty much about the firework explosions, the Hiroshima Nagasaki type of firework explosions. It's I just made connection between at least 3 incidents of firework explosion, which was one was on Waco, Texas, 7 years ago, and now one was a year ago in Siberia on August 5th, and now one was recently on August 4th of this year. So that's why my video was removed. And back to the water. Uh, Apparently, what was so bad about that water, what I was trying to consume, it was memory. What was introduced to the water what I was trying to consume. So, as you already know, some people when they have a transplant of organs, like for example eye, kidney, or even heart, they acquiring memories of the person who actually had these organs. So the water itself is huge, abnormous memory capacitor, and it has memory of everything. It has memory of shape, form, feelings, intentions, and everything else. So and how easy you can screw up with water, like for example the catacombs of Paris, Empire of Death. So imagine the water running through something like that. How much pain, suffering, and death this water gonna be contained. And I also found this pretty good video. If you're interested, you can watch it. How it is.
Effects of intention on water. So we start with the effect of electromagnetic field on water, because there is a scientific rationale and basis for looking at the effects of intention and consciousness on water. If in fact we can make parallels between the energy of consciousness and the energy of an electromagnetic field. And it turns out that in as early as the 1960s, when Russian scientists started looking at the physical effects on the physical properties of water that were induced as a result of exposure to an electromagnetic field. What's particularly important here is that these physical effects are observed after you turn off the stimulus. So, in fact, the water seems to remember the fact that it was exposed to an electromagnetic field. In my own research back into the 90s, which is an experiment I did with actually Bill Tiller, we looked at the difference between a magnetic field, the B component of a magnetic field, and the magnetic vector potential, which for those physicists in the audience, it turns out that the A field is an important component for storing and structuring of water. But moving on,
Here is electromagnetic field affecting properties of water, and research been done from 60s till now. So why do you think all those towels, and how do they affect our bodies and plus our water sources? I have 2 huge water towels straight under my balcony, and both those water containers have antennas on it. Why is it necessary to radiate water source with this kind of radiation? And do you think they actually doing healthy intentions with this electromagnetic radiation, or sick and deadly intentions? I think that's the second part. They actually poisoning our water. And also, like, we already know the intention on the water can be also done.
With, can intention also change the physical properties of water? Douglas Dean first did.
As we already know, also intentions can be affecting water also. And well, when you get water which already has certain memories, and those memories are not exactly good, what can you do about it? Can you delete the memory of the water? And this research also been done, and apparently yes, you can delete memory of water, and for that you can use extremely strong magnet. They probably use water as a memory component for the supercomputers also, because that's the biggest memory capacitor you can ever imagine, and you don't have to invent anything, it's already there. In 90s, in Soviet Union, they actually were doing mass experiment when they put hypnotist in front of TV, and he was able to hypnotize whole population of Soviet Union. And we also, like, I remember my mom was having a water container, he was charging that water with his intentions, which apparently I don't think they were extremely good, because everything that's famous and everyone who is famous, they not pure of heart. So and now to erasing of bad memories from water. Theory Hypothesis had this device, and I pretty much did what he did to do it, to erase the water. So I bought this neodymium magnet for $30. It's not the best one, it's N42. You can pay a little bit more and get N52, which is stronger. It's 2x2x1. It's exactly like this block of magnetized metal. And to make a device, you need pretty much this.
My water. First of all, I'm getting water from the spring, which is in the mountains. It's already pretty good as far as the memory water. It might have some animal shit in it, but it's not as nasty as what you have in your sinks. Okay, to filter my water, I use this microtubule soil filter. This part connected to the tube which goes to the bucket, and it slowly filters it to the microtubes, which catches large viruses, bacteria, dirt, and etc. And after that, to erase the memory, actually bought this magnet, which is, you can see the silver part of it. It's 2x2x1 neodymium magnet, and I got it for $30 on eBay. And I purchased this PVC pipe. It was like 27 cents per foot. It took me 6 feet. I wrap it up 4 times one way and 2 times other way, and that's pretty much it. So the whole device is pretty simple. Like this part connected to the bucket, and this part connected to this thing, and the water goes through the magnet, through the microtubule filter first, through the magnet, slowly, and it's become perfectly good drinkable water. Yeah, erasing memory by using magnet. And that's pretty much it. And I wrap it up the 4 of those, and after that I use just regular electrical tape, and that's it. It's a very simple design. So if you're interested and want your water to be a little bit healthier, I would recommend to do that. Thank you so much. And here is the listing on eBay for the magnet. Oh my goodness, it's a great number 42, 2x2x1, and of course it doesn't want to focus when I'm making a video. I hope you're able to see it. Okay, that's pretty much it.
When you get this magnet, be careful. It's very strong magnet. Don't try to put to refrigerator or some other big metal surfaces, because it's really difficult to they separate from the metal surfaces. And be careful with it. Don't put close to your electronic devices or credit cards, because it can possibly erase the memory out from it, or break it somehow. That is it for this video. Thank you so much, and sorry for the background noise.